In the point of convergence of London stands the Shard, a wonderful neo-futurist elevated structure. The development is a pinnacle of 21st century plan. It stays in sharp contrast, notwithstanding, to what was actually tracked down straightforwardly somewhere out there. Something like a few dozen yards away, archaeologists found something magnificent in the ground. They'd run over a development of a very surprising sort, one that was everything with the exception of a remnant based on what's to come. This thing was old archaeologists in London made a strange divulgence under the dirt. But before we get subscribing to our channel is the best way to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest historical journeys content. It's like having a direct line to our channel. Let's get started. The archaeologists were just working in this specific spot since some development works were booked to occur there. The thing is, however, this region is supposed to be the most established piece of London. Working over the land there could mean a few verifiable fortunes are lost perpetually. So archaeologists would be wise to investigate work's start. The archaeologists for this situation probably been shocked by the sheer magnificence of what they wound up finding. Their revelation, all things considered, was bright, multifaceted, and innovative, and it was obviously of incredible authentic significance to how this thing been lying under the nose of Londoners for such a long time without being recognized. Antonietta Lurs works with the Exhibition Hall of London Paleontology Mola, which was liable for undertaking this dig alongside her associates. Lurs is a specialist who obviously knows a great deal. That is the reason we ought to treat her extremely in a serious way when she communicates a specific level of awe in light of this find. After she looked at what had been found underground, students portrayed it as a rare revelation. As a specialist in her field, we can assume that she wouldn't utilize such way of talking in the event that she would not joke about this. This design truly was extraordinary, and it reveals insight into a noteworthy time in London's history. The city of London is totally covered with archaeological miracles that look back to hundreds of years past. Endless digs have occurred there all through the years, with an entire bundle of captivating curios and designs being brought to the surface. The region's had a long and fascinating life, all things considered. A deep-rooted disclosure in London came in 1988 when archaeologists unearthed the remains of a theater. The Rose, as it was known, had been functional from 1587 to 60. No 3, which was solidly inside the lifetime of one especially popular writer. Also, for reasons unknown, this spot did for sure perform works by William Shakespeare during the years it was open. The Rose was built toward the south of the well-known stream Thames as the third venue of Elizabeth in London. Given its set of experiences, then, at that point, the structure's a colossal wellspring of verifiable interest, and that implies it's a generally excellent thing that quite a bit of it made do as the centuries progressed. During the locale's removal, archaeologists uncovered a lot of subtleties that shed a light on what exhibitions would have felt like they're over in Westminster, which is where you can find England's Parliament, and other significant disclosure was made in 2006. During redesign works, something mind-blowing was revealed from under a few stone advances. Bits of the Lord's table were found, which is no joking matter for anybody with an interest in English history. However, for what reason is the Lord's tables such no joking matter? Well, there's a hint in the name. Consistent with the mystery of MI6, this archaeological site was left hidden for quite a while his works were done. It was just later, after numerous revelations had been made, that the news was openly uncovered. It was by then we as a whole got to discover that earthenware and devices were likewise revealed around the spot. Somewhere else, one more archaeological site in focal London was saved pretty secretive for some time. This one was over at the 30 Fenchurch Road office improvement, where a post worked by the old Romans was found. This thing had been brought around 63 promotion up because of assaults on London, or Londinium, as the Romans would have known it. The post was developed in a squared shape covering a space of more than 3.5 sections of land. It was a noteworthy cautious design encompassed by channels and reinforced with wood. For now it is the right time, which in case we neglect was very nearly quite a while back. It would have been challenging to survive. The actual truth of the fortress's presence is recounting the province of London back in early Roman times. It was incorporated right next to the essential course into the city, and that implies it was a prevailing milestone. This might show that ordinary regular citizen society around then was truly dynamic. All in all, the region would have likely been really smooth, a rise given the size of the post. Specialists figure about 500 individuals could have been positioned there. In any case, despite the fact that it was enormous, its idea that the design was really assembled before long, perhaps in only half a month. This could be on the grounds that it was worked during a time of crisis. The parcel of other stuff was found littered around the site, which assists us with getting a superior image of what was happening there all that time back. Devices like mallets and pickaxes, for example, enlighten us concerning the sorts of executes the Romans utilized in development. Proof of preparing and food storage spaces illuminate us about how food was ready. Obviously, there was something else to Rome and London besides its tactical presence. Its kin were incredible developers of fortresses, no doubt. However, they were additionally equipped for creative twists as well. What's more, this is completely clear to find in the furthest down the line archaeological disclosure to emerge from the city at that site close to the Shard High Rise. The sheer magnificence of what was found on this event has blown away the archaeological local area. That is, all things considered, an amazing plan to think something that is noteworthy has been sitting underneath London for such a long time. Yet there it was, an enormous, unbelievably many-sided mosaic. Being found in the city in over 50 years was the greatest one. The main explanation this mosaic was found in any case is a direct result of development works that were occurring on the site, and new office buildings being raised, which will be known as the Freedom of Southern. But since the area is so generally significant, archaeologists from the Historical Center of London Arctic Exploration, MOLA, researched the spot prior to building started off. MOLA focused on investigating the site until the mid-year of 2021. The association swore to work pair with the nearby local area to keep individuals refreshed about the thing was being found at the site. With that in mind, customary updates were presented web-based on show everybody what was happening. Without a doubt, the most dazzling update came in mid-2022, after the archaeologists took care of uncovered the astounding mosaic in portrayals of blossoms and complicated designs. One more amazing theme displayed on the mosaic is called Solomon's Tie. David Neal's an expert with regards to the investigation of mosaics from Old Rome, so this is a lot of his area. He thinks the huge board's configuration matches crafted by the Acanthus bunch, which was a particular group of mosaic makers who sharpened his style dissimilar to some other. The little board, in the meantime, seems to be like one found in Germany, proposing that individuals who made the London mosaic had headed out to the European central area. Beside the actual mosaic, the Moluc's archaeologists were entranced by the room it was found in. They figure this might have been a triclinium, which was a kind of extravagant feasting region and Roman properties. A room like this could have kept sofas to sit down in, as well as profoundly embellishing floors and walls. Given the terrific perspective on the room and the mosaic, the specialists have conjectured that the more extensive structure might have been the home of a few rich individuals. Another thought that has been placed, however, is that the structure wasn't really a house by any means. It might rather have been a kind of lodging known as a mansio. On the off chance that the structure was a mansio, it probably would have been utilized by a few pretty tip-top figures. State authorities visiting Londinium, for example, may have visited here to recharge for the night in a rich setting. As it were, it wouldn't be very different to an extravagant inn these days than somewhere else on similar site, and other large designs been found. This one, as indicated by archaeologists, truly appears as though it was a rich people or perhaps an entire family's house. Indications of intricate walls and floors should have been visible there, while relics, for example, adornments and coins were likewise revealed. One more lobby of antiques found on the site appears to have gotten Antonietta ready his consideration. These were things, for example, a clip made of bone and needle utilized for sewing and a bronze ornament. As per get familiar with these finds are related with high-status ladies who are following the most stylish trends and the most recent haircuts. Obscures additionally talked about the territory of Rome in London during the period these revelations are traced all the way back to in the most natural-sounding way for her. It was the prime of Rome in London. The structures on this side were an exceptionally high status. Individuals living here were enjoying a quality lifestyle. Loris has gone on the record as depicting the state of the mosaic is surprising. Furthermore, truly, it is challenging to see the reason why the thing looks extraordinary even subsequent to resting underground for something near 1800 years, and constantly, which clearly includes times of emotional change to London's scene. It actually figured out how to persevere. Being somebody so excited about the past, the mosaic truly caught Louise's creative mind. As she put it, the curio addresses us about the personality of the region and individuals who lived there. It was a different region, yet this disclosure shows there were likewise fine structures and homes where the prosperous and society live. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a thing.